What's going on, guys? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Robots in Disguise, Sideswipe versus Decepticon Anvil. So this is kind of a new series, I guess, coming out from Transformers Robots in Disguise. It's smaller versions. They're not quite deluxe. They're not quite Legends class. They're kind of somewhere in the middle versions of the characters, and they come with a mini-con, and they also come with a bunch of armor upgrades. So these armor upgrades, I believe, can turn, they turn into a weapon, and then of course they turn into armor for the robot as well. So a little bit strange, kind of different. So I figured, hey, why not? Let's give them a shot and see how they are. So packaging is very basic. Obviously you can see the minicon and the character here, all the armor spread out, and on the back it just shows you the various different things. No instructions on the back of the package this time, so it does, that's pretty cool, I guess. So there's going to be instructions inside here. Obviously 1 step for this guy, 6 steps for Sideswipe here, and of course, all the bits and bobs and things like that. So I'm going to stop yammering about this, and we will of course just open it up and check it out right now. Okie dokie, guys, so here we have Sideswipe versus Anvil, and yeah, I mean, it's so just a heads up, this set did cost like $14.99, I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly. It was a couple hours ago and my memory is terrible. So here is the weapon that we get out of all these mishmash pieces, and it's not really so much a sword as it's kind of a grabber claw to grab onto this guy, and it doesn't quite get around him, and I don't want to force it because it is clear plastic and I don't want it to break potentially. But so here is the Anvil figure, and it works with any of your launcher figures, that come with the other mini cons. But other than that, it's just kind of a spiky ball, and doesn't really do too much. But to transform him, I just want to kind of grab in here and like pull the legs down a little bit. So there, you pull the legs down and then separate these bits, and you can just open it up, and there he is. There is Anvil in all of his glory, doing whatever it is he does. And he has no posability. I mean, you can flip his little foot back and forth like so, but other than that, that's really it. And the foot posability is really only so you can actually get him to stand up, which he still does not do particularly well, but that's alright. I mean, he's kind of cool looking. He looks like he's got kind of bat wings and like kind of a, evil head, but it would be nice to at least just give him like posable arms or something, but these are just stuck here, which is weird because they give him peg holes in his hands, and that, like, what's the point? What's the point? So yeah, there is Anvil. Now here's Sideswipe, and this is actually kind of a neat little figure. I mean, it's very, very simple, very basic, super easy transformation, but it's just a small little vehicle mode that it's just on the small side, but you can kind of carry it around in your pocket or whatever. It's very easy, very basic, and you don't feel bad that you might, scrape the paint or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of good to have around on hand. It's got a decent metallic flake kind of plastic to it. And to transform this guy is super simple. Just come back here, pop the legs out like so, pop the arms out and pull them down just like so. Flip this back, and you can actually also pull that back if you so desire. But you could even leave this up and just kind of sit this like so. Give him a bigger backpack, but you can just let it kind of flop down like that. Get his feet going. He does have little heels on the back there. And you can straighten his arms out. There you go. There's Sideswipe. And like I said, very, very simple. You have very basic articulation, but it's really not that bad. He does have arm swivels, and he can get his shoulder up actually quite a bit, just due to the way it works. He does have a, no bicep swivel, but he does have a ball-jointed elbow, which kind of serves the same purpose, so you can get some decent motion out of there. No waist articulation. He's got ball-jointed hips. He's got a weird clip in his crotch, and I'm not entirely sure what that's about. It may just be to like hold the car mode together. But he does have some knees, some very nice deep knee bends, of course, due to transformation. And you can get a little bit of wiggle out of those feet as well. So that's not too bad. So you can give him this weapon here. Gonna stick that right in his hand. And he can hold on to that. You can kind of peg this in into the back of his car mode. But this hole I've found is just a hair too small. And as you can possibly see, there's already a little bit of stressing around the edges, just me trying to plug this big old plug in there. So I'm not sure entirely, what to say about that, but it may even be smaller on the other side. Yeah, it looks like this side is actually a smaller peg, and this one's a little bit thicker, so maybe, just make sure you're getting the right side on there. But anyway, so we can hold this. This piece actually goes right here and acts kind of a guard, sort of, kind of. And now that this guy's in robot mode, he's a lot easier to grab and kind of hold, and you can shake him around or whatever. But then you take this out of his hand for now. You pop this piece off, pop this piece off, pop this piece off, and this piece. And this piece, if I can get it, there we go. And then this piece, and he's still got kind of a cudgel going on here. You can stick that in his hand. Alright, and now you can take your double claw, stick it in there. This one goes in here. He's got some shin guards going on here. Just plug those into his legs. Just like so. This was shown to be in his shoulder, like this, I guess. Yeah, there you go. So he can kind of spin that around, I suppose. Looks a little strange. And then this you just plug into his chest. And then the mask flips up onto his face. So you can get kind of a decently cool looking sort of samurai armor thing going on here. And then you can, have him walk up to Anvil and be like, "Anvil, I have your hammer." Kind of like that. No. You play however you want. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, for the price of a deluxe figure, it's not that bad. It's kind of a fun thing. Like, a figure this size would cost you, $10 on its own. Not even this size, like, just the normal legend size figures. A little bit smaller than this, maybe around the same size. But overall, I mean, the articulation's pretty good. The armor's pretty actually neat. I'm kind of surprised at that. The Minicon is still a piece of junk, unfortunately. But even, if you just put this like so and said, hey, this is $12, I would say that's not a terrible price. That's not bad. I think this would be better at the $10 point, and then just leave this guy out, because there's really no point to him being in this set at all. But I can totally understand they maybe wanted to add a little bit more collectible value, like, not like this would be a collector's item, but like, here's something to collect within this package of this figure. So if you're collecting these Minicons, here's how you get it. You gotta buy this too. But as for me, I'm not a real big fan of these Minicons. I don't really see the point necessarily of them, because they don't move at all, other than the transformation itself, which is one silly little simple step. and then after that you've just got a little, it transforms from a ball into a brick, and that doesn't do it for me, but you know, that's okay. But this guy I actually kind of like. I think he's pretty cool. I like the armor idea. It's a fun concept, and it works on these guys, and especially since the armor with these guys was such kind of a letdown. I think it actually works here, and they still have all the pegs and everything, so you can even expand on it if you wanted to, and I think that's pretty awesome too. So yeah, pretty neat. That's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and leave a like. It really does help me. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. Hopefully, we'll have more Transformers for you real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.